Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be talking about the wild growth hair oil and why I will not be using it ever again. So if you're interested in hearing my story about what happened to me, keep watching. I used to use the wild growth hair oil a lot, maybe like 5 years ago. I would use it on my hair and my daughter's hair, and after a while I stopped using it. I don't know what happened, I just forgot about it. And you know, when I was using it at the time, it was doing fine, it was great. I mean, her hair was growing. It wasn't like no miracle growth or nothing, but it was growing as it should have been. But somehow I forgot about it, and I stopped using it for a while. And so I recently, well, I say recently, but I started back using it maybe like a year or two ago, and yeah, I will probably never use it again. So I started using it on my oldest daughter's hair again, and I'm gonna insert some pictures. So as I was using it, her hair started coming out around the edges, and so I didn't know that's what was happening. I was confused. So the more her hair was falling out, the more I was using it, and the more I used it, the more her hair fell out. So it was like a continuous process, and I was like, what is going on? So you know, I was tying her hair down every night, because at first I thought, well, maybe it's her, you know, her hair rubbing up against the pillows or something. So I bought some satin pillows. You know, I went all out and everything, and I was continuing to use the wild growth oil because in the past it was working fine, so I didn't think nothing of it. So one day she came to me after I had greased her hair with the oil. She came to me and she was like, "Mom, my hair is burning, it's itching really bad," or whatever. And she was like, "I think it's the oil, because every time you oil my hair, it itches." And so I was like, you know, sometimes that happens or whatever. Then I started looking into it, and there's other people out there that says the same thing, like the wild growth hair oil is just not good for their scalp. So I don't know if, you know, it's me or something, or they changed the product or something. It's not the same as it was 5 years ago when I was using it before her hair, because it didn't do that before. So as you can see from the pictures, like what, honey? I was mad. I was upset with myself that I started back using this stuff, because I literally forgot about it. And I was like, I was in the hair store, I was like, oh, I remember I used to use this stuff, it was pretty good, let me go get some more. No, that was the biggest mistake I ever made. I was putting some on my youngest daughter's hair as well, and it didn't treat her as bad, but it did take some of her hair on the top, and she really didn't have much hair anyway. And so after I realized that it was the hair growth oil, that I went to Walmart and purchased the Nature's Valley, or either the Walmart brand, the Equate brand of the hair vitamin gummies. I purchased some of those, and I figured she was old enough to start taking them, because at the time this was happening, she was like 8. So I would give her, every morning before school, I would give her a gummy and her regular vitamin gummies along with the everyday before school. So I started doing that first, and then I saw something on was it Instagram? I think it was Pinterest. So am I saying that, Pinterest? Anyway, I saw on Pinterest where somebody posted a concoction that they make to make their daughter's hair grow. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. You know, I'm going back to grease, to the old-fashioned grease. Y'all, what happened to grease? In the past, grease was a thing, you know what I mean? Like, everybody used Dax, the blue grease, in the big thing. I think that's what it was called. But recently, well, in the past couple of years, everybody has been turning to oils. The thing about oils is everybody's hair doesn't respond to oils like everybody else does. Just like everybody has different textures of hair, you know, everything is different. Their scalp is different, so everybody's hair does not respond to oil. I can remember back when you know, grease was still in or whatever, and then it came out that somebody came out and said, oh, grease is too thick, it it's messing up our scalps and it's causing your hair not to grow. I never experienced that, so I that was my first time hearing it. So when I heard it, I was like, okay, well, let me go to oil, you know, let me use some oil, maybe, you know, it'll help my hair grow. You can't listen to everything that's on the internet, everything that's on YouTube. Even this video, if wild growth oil works for you, use it. But it does not work for me in my case. I went back to good old grease. So I saw the post and I was like, well, let me try it. You guys probably have seen it before. If you have, comment down below and tell me whether you used it before, whether you like using grease or oil, which one works better for you. Comment down below. And tell me if you like the wild growth oil, and if it works for you, it works for you. You know, I will show you how I mix the products together. So these are the products that I mix together. It's the Kids Sulfur 8, the Black Jamaican Castor Oil, and Do Grow Mega Thick. So I just start by taking the grease from out of the container and putting it into a bowl. I bought this bowl from Dollar Tree for $1 and it came with a top just in case you want to leave the mixture in the bowl. So I try to make sure that I get all the product out, and I do the same for the Sulfur 8. Now moving on to the Black Jamaican Castor Oil. This is some very thick oil, and that's the only reason why I use it, and it's very good. I've been using it for years. But you want to pour that on the top of the mixture and then just start mixing it all together, and you want to make sure you mix it well. Once it's been mixed well, it'll be a bluish greenish color and it'll be nice and smooth. So normally what I do is just place the mixture back into the original containers, and sometimes you have to pat it down just so you can get as much as possible in there. And sometimes I do have a little left over and I'll just put the top on the bowl. Y'all, this stuff is a miracle worker. My daughter's hair started growing back immediately, and I will insert pictures. So here's the before and after of the front of her head. This is the back, and this is the side. The side was the worst. I'm not really sure the length between the before and after pictures, but here are the results. Her hair started growing back immediately. And then when I realized her hair was growing, I was like, okay, good. So I started using it on my youngest. So here I think my youngest was like maybe 4 months or 5 months. And yeah, as you can see, she really didn't have any hair. This was before using the wild growth oil, and this was after. You can see the difference. She's missing some hair in the top. And this is after I stopped using it and it started growing back some. So right here, this is her first birthday, and she doesn't have any hair in the back. And when I come around to the front, there is still a spot in the top of her head that does not have any hair either. This is after I started using the mixture, and as you can see, it's starting to grow back. This is her second birthday, and now she has enough hair for a good amount of ponytails with some beads. So this is the back of her hair on her second birthday, and as you can see, her hair is starting to come in. This is 3 months after her birthday. This is her hair now. I just took out her braids, and this is before washing it, and this is after washing it, and as you can see, it shrunk. And her hair flourished. As you can see, baby, she didn't have no hair. Okay, but she really didn't have any hair. But anyway, her hair has grown so much. As you can see, this stuff really works. Just to put this out there, my 2-year-old does not take any vitamins, so the vitamins probably helps, but they are not necessarily a key factor in the hair growth. Another key factor of what made her hair grow are basically really hair retention, like holding on to the hair that is growing, because your hair is constantly growing. But the key factor to maintaining her retention in both of my kids was to leave their hair alone. Like, I used to do her hair every 2 weeks. I started doing that when her hair started falling out, thinking, okay, let me change the routine. Maybe I need to do her hair every 2 weeks so that it won't be in there too long. That made it worse. So basically, I would leave their hair alone 6 weeks at the least, sometimes even longer, 8 weeks. And I know it might sound crazy, but when you think about it, you know how when people get locks or whatever and they grow really fast, they seem to grow really long really fast, it's because they're not doing anything with their hair. They're just leaving it alone and letting it grow, and they may get it twisted every now and then, but it seems to grow faster, but it's not. It's just retaining the length that it's been growing. So if you leave your hair alone and stop messing with it every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, it'll grow. Another thing is heat. I'm telling you, I used to hear it, but I didn't realize how much heat damages your hair. The main thing that I would do is blow dry her hair. Like I told you, I was doing her hair every 2 weeks, washing it every 2 weeks, drying it every 2 weeks. Like, that was horrible, and I really had no idea. I was putting, moisturizer, the heat protectant and stuff on there. That is heat protectant, no such thing. Heat, if it's going on there, it's going on there. So I was doing that every 2 weeks, so that was messing everything up. When her hair was growing a long time ago, I never blow dried her hair. It was one time when somebody blow dried her hair, and I never saw how long it was, because when you have natural hair and 4C hair, your hair shrinks up. So I never really saw the length of her hair until somebody blow dried it once, and I was like, oh wow, her hair is actually really long, and I didn't realize it. So after that, I started blow drying her hair. So what I would normally do is wash her hair, let it air dry, and then or even just while it's wet, I would still style it and just put it in some twists and beads and stuff. When she got older and I realized that her hair is longer than what it looks when it's wet, but I didn't think about it. But anyway, I started blow drying her hair after every wash, and that was putting so much heat to her hair, and I didn't think about it. So when you put the heat to your hair, it's damaging your hair as you do that, and every 2 weeks, that's crazy. I stopped blow drying her hair, and I was using these products, and it was a miracle at its best, and her hair has flourished since then. Her hair has grown more than what's in the pictures, but I don't have any updated pictures. But this stuff works, as you can see on my 2-year-old, and as you can see from the mistake I made with using Wild Growth. So with that being said, it's up to you to decide whether you want to use Wild Growth or good old hair grease. Grease is good for me and my family, but do what's good for you. That is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'm trying not to make it so long. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please put it down in the comments below. Also, if you use Wild Growth Oil and it has helped you, please let me know, or if you've tried it before, let me know how your experience was, and let me know if you prefer using grease over oil or oil over grease. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.